West End, about to go in to see Locke branch with body mechanics, massage therapy, to do our Instagram live on cupping this evening. If you come to see Emma and have a treatment, get into her office this way. Massage therapy. She even has slippers, so you're nice and cozy as soon as you arrive. So excited. Here we go. Hi everyone. I'm here with Emma Locke branch. She's an RMT in the West End, and her business is body mechanics massage therapy. And I'm here with Emma this evening to talk about cupping therapy and what that looks like, because we hear a lot about it nowadays. I've had the treatment from Emma and I've loved it. So we want to ensure that we can share this information so that if you feel it's good for you and it's the right fit, you can come and see Emma and look at the treatment. So Emma, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this interview and to share with all the viewers this evening.
Yeah, thanks for interviewing me. I'm excited.
So can you start by telling us a bit about what is cupping?
Right. So cupping is a suction onto the skin. So you can do this by using a silicone cup, a bamboo cup, a glass cup. I like to use the plastic ones, and then you're just going to pull the air out of the cup and create a suction, which can help bring some blood flow to the area. And yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So you hear it so often now in athletes, specifically in the Olympics and so forth. And what is all the hype about cupping that has been the biggest thing that you could say is why it's such a big deal nowadays?
Right. So there's a lot of hype about it because of all the social media with the athletes and celebrities, and I think it's just because it's geared towards almost everybody. It has great outcomes no matter what your treatment focus is, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people come towards that.
And I think for anyone that follows me that's in on watching our live tonight, you've seen the marks that I've had, so you definitely can know when someone's had it done. And is it just for athletes, Emma, or is it for the everyday person?
Right. No, it's not just for athletes. It can help people who are sitting at desks for long hours and adapt certain postural habits. It can be great for people who have chronic pain. Again, high stress levels can help decrease with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how do you know to use cupping on someone? If they come in for a massage, how do you know that it's something that they need if they don't know to ask about cupping?
Right. So before each massage treatment, I usually do a little bit of an interview with my clients just to get a feel for what's going on in their lives and in their bodies. By what they tell me, I can usually tell if cupping's right for them. So if they're very stressed out, if they feel like they just have so much tension building up in the shoulders, if they had a previous injury that's just not healing, then I usually recommend cupping.
Wonderful. And I've had cupping done, and it is a few times. I think every time I come to see you now, it's part of my treatment, and it is by far one of the best treatments that I've ever had done, and is definitely keeping me injury-free and mobile in my everyday as a personal trainer. So I know how important it is for sure. With cupping, do you charge extra for that with your clients? Is it built into your pricing?
Right. So I do not charge do not charge extra for the cupping. It is included as a massage therapy complementary modality. So when you get your receipt to submit to your insurance company, it'll just say a 30-minute massage therapy treatment.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you're still receiving a massage treatment when the cups are on. I'm just working on a different area.
Nice. So what does the typical treatment look like for cupping when somebody comes in to get them ready to apply the cups?
Right. So once you come in, I will go through a quick consent with you and just make sure that you're familiar with what's going to happen during that treatment. And then I'll leave the room and I'll let you get settled onto the table. When I come back, I like to warm the tissue up just to make sure that I can really know what we're focusing on. And then again, get your tissue comfortable with being worked on. And then I start with one practice cup just to make sure that the client isn't feeling discomfort at all. And then we'll usually lay it.
Right. How do you prepare?
So we'll place a practice cup on the tissue just to make sure that the client isn't uncomfortable. When it's your first treatment, I usually only do 1 or 2 pumps and then check in with the client again to make sure things are okay. And then we'll just lay a few of those cups on the muscle fiber that we're working on. When they're sitting on there, I usually go to a different area and start to warm that tissue up. Once your cups are on, I leave them stationary for your first few treatments until you're used to the idea of having suction cups all over you.
Do they hurt?
No.
Like for anyone that's never had it done and see the bruises,
it looks like
a big thing, yeah.
Right? No, it's not. It feels like a pinch, and then you get like a burning sensation afterwards, and that's just because all the blood's rushing to the area, and then it starts to go numb, so it's all good.
Oh, wonderful. And now, how long does that treatment tend to be? When I come to you, do I have to book an hour and a half for cupping? What does that look like when I'm booking an appointment?
It's different for everybody, and it depends on what you're looking for in the treatment. So if there's a few areas that you feel need addressed, then I would recommend an hour just to give us an idea of what time we need to focus on each area. If you have one area, say your neck is in pain, then you can typically do 30 minutes.
Okay,
yeah,
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So something that we're going to do today is Emma's actually going to do a treatment on me so that you can see what this looks like firsthand. Now that I've asked some questions and we've gone through it, one of the other things is if someone's, how long do the bruises last?
Right.
And do you always get bruising with cupping?
Right. So the bruises can last for like 2 to 4 weeks, but it's different for everybody and their skin tone. It seems to be relevant to the areas of stagnation, so like the way your blood flows through the area.
So where you have like the most muscle knots, that sort of thing, is where you're
exactly.
going to get the biggest like response in regards to bruising?
Right.
Okay.
So if you have any occasion coming up, I usually suggest that you skip the cupping because it might last through that.
So ladies, if you're going to be in a vacation or you're going to be in a bathing suit and you're going on vacation, you might want to do the cupping when you get back.
Right.
Or it could make for a great conversation piece while you're on holidays.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, Emma, are you comfortable if we go ahead and get up on the table
course,
and
yeah.
show everyone what this is about?
There, and I'll sneak behind.
Wonderful. All right.
So just for the video's purpose, we're just going to cup Amy's arm.
Okay. So Emma's going to work on here. She's going to use the cups, and you were saying you use plastic cups.
I do.
And why is that plastic?
The plastic, because you can pump the air out, where the silicone cup, you kind of just squeeze it, which is still good, but you just can't adjust the intensity of the treatment. So
okay.
because you've had cupping before, I know that you can take quite a few
Right.
pumps in it, whereas the plastic or the silicone ones, you're stuck with one level usually.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, awesome. So we're just going to throw some oil on the skin because the cups see a little bit better when there's a little bit of oil on there.
Now you'll be laying down on the table
Yes.
when you come in for treatment. The
Mhm.
lights will be dimmed, the music will be playing.
A little bit more relaxing. So I'm just warming up the tissue to feel for any areas of restriction, what we might want to focus on. And then I'm going to grab the cups. So the cups come in all different sizes. There's some big ones, some medium-sized ones, and some tiny ones.
Oh, awesome. Can we
Yeah.
take them up close just to
Definitely.
show everybody?
And that
So
just,
check this out. And here.
and it just depends on what area of the body you're focusing on and which size of cup you really want to use.
Okay. And is it based on like the damage, not damage, but I guess like the muscle knot or tension that you feel within an area, what cup you use?
Yeah, you can get really specific. If there's a certain muscle fiber where you really want to get in there, you can use a smaller cup because it'll narrow.
There. All right, Em.
All right, we're back. How's that, Amy?
That's great.
Okay. So then the tissue is pulled up into the cup there.
There you go. Nice and
Yeah,
close.
of course. And I can do a few more on the
So you
front
can,
of the
that's
arm.
my skin, don't be alarmed.
And what's happening now is that your superficial muscle and your connective tissue is being pulled up into that cup.
And it just feels like a little tiny pinch, and it actually lessens as they're on there. It doesn't hurt. I know that I likely have some tightness because of what I do all day, every day.
Definitely. And then so we'll just leave them on there stationary, and you'll see the color progress as they're on there for longer periods of time. And that's sometimes how I gauge it. It's just on the color. Like, you don't want it to be too dark because you know that that's going to be a little tender afterwards.
And how do you know how long to leave them on before you go? Because I know when I come in, sometimes you do one side of, like, you warm up one side of my back, put the cups on, and then you go to the other area depending on where we're working.
Right.
How do you know how long to leave them on for?
I usually look for the color of the pigmentation in the actual cup there, and then I kind of gauge it by that. So I do want it to get dark. And then I also, with certain areas of the body, you just leave them on for a little bit longer because there's more tissue to work through. If it's close to the bone, like this one is, it's going to get a darker color faster. So I usually pop those ones off first just because those can be tender.
So I'm going to show you, in case you can see the color of my skin actually changing. I know it doesn't look so good, but it's not bad. And again, it's one of the best treatments that I've had by far. Right. So I'm so thankful that you're taking the time to show everybody.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's
and awesome. So once you leave them on and it's done, what does it look like to take them off?
Take them off. So the therapist, you'll hear a little bit of a funny noise, and then you'll feel like a nice deep release. And how to release them is you just pull this little blue tab at the top and then pop the skin off. It doesn't look like a lot of pigmentation right now, but as the skin and the blood comes down, then it will start to pigment in there. So you'll get like a dark purpley color.
Now, if I were doing this treatment, so we're working my shoulders at the moment, right? So if I had a class to teach tonight or a physical job after seeing you and having this treatment done, what would your recommendation be to me for that body part for the day and so forth?
Home care is really important for massage therapy and also for cupping. So I recommend that you stay hydrated throughout your day. That helps the muscles flush that lactic acid out and help things heal up for you. I recommend some heat to the area, so a hot Epsom salt bath when you get home, and then maybe some gentle stretching.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. And can this be done anywhere on the body?
It can. So you do want to avoid the neck on certain areas just because of the blood flow in the area.
Okay.
And you can't go directly onto the bone by itself without a muscle between it.
Okay.
Just because that can be uncomfortable for the client. There's no negative reactions.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to DM them, make a list, message them under the post. There'll be more stuff coming in the future between Emma and I, even to discuss on massage therapy and how she offers that in her form of treatment alongside of the cupping. So if you have any questions about cupping or massage therapy in any way that we maybe didn't touch base on tonight, please let us know so that we can ensure that we get you the answers that you're looking for.
Definitely.
Happy health, everybody. Thank you for joining.